Did you know that according to the CDC, more than 16 million Americans live with a disease caused by smoking? More shockingly, 480,000 deaths are caused by smoking and secondhand smoke every year. This staggering statistic highlights just how severe smoking is, not just for the person who's smoking, but for those around them. Today I'll be explaining the impact of smoking on the respiratory system, the cardiovascular system, and how smoking affects overall health. Understanding these effects is critical in making informed decisions about what you inhale and the long-term consequences. I've lived in a house of smokers, and unfortunately my father has COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which causes him to have a lot of difficulties with breathing. Having witnessed this toll on his quality of life, I am personally motivated in helping other people understand the effects of smoking on the human body. I'd like to inform my audience today about the effects of smoking on the human body, as we all have a friend or family member or even are dealing with addiction ourselves, in hopes that this information will help you when you're trying to purchase or what you ingest or digest when it comes to tobacco-related products. Knowledge is a powerful tool that helps us protect our health. So let's make that first step today. First, I'll explain how smoking affects the respiratory system. Then I'll explain the effects on the cardiovascular system. And lastly, the overall consequences of smoking on the entire body. First, what effects does smoking have on the respiratory system? Well, the respiratory system is comprised of the lungs, airways, voice box, mouth, and nose, and diaphragm. However, the most prominent effect smoking has is on the lungs. Furthermore, smoking damages the lungs. Cigarettes, cigars, e-cigarettes, and other forms of nicotine contain thousands of chemicals despite their natural background. Whenever you inhale cigarette smoke, you're bathing the delicate lining of your lungs in a toxic fog. The damage is done mostly by tar, a sticky black substance that is created when chemicals burn together and melt to create that substance. This causes tiny air sacs called alveoli to be damaged every time that you smoke, killing your lung tissue that will never come back. This causes less airflow to your lungs, infections, mucus buildup, and fewer cilia that clean the lungs. Additionally, something that can be very scary about smoking is that often the consequences of smoking are not visible or apparent at first. However, it can hit you hard 3 years down the line. Such diseases can be chronic bronchitis, emphysema, and lung cancer. For example, my father has COPD, and when he was first diagnosed, he had a very difficult time. He had to wear a CPAP machine. This basically helps him breathe while he was sleeping because his lungs could literally collapse on him while he was asleep. Therefore, he took his life and turned it around. He started exercising and having a good diet, and he was able to strengthen his lungs up enough to where he didn't need to wear the CPAP machine. However, now that he's older, he's kind of reverted back to how he was when he was first diagnosed, where he was having trouble even walking without being out of breath. He could barely lift without being out of breath, and at times it could take 30 minutes for him to catch his breath, which can be very scary when you can't really do much to help. Now that I've explored how smoking affects the respiratory system, let's examine how it affects another vital body part, the heart, the main component of the cardiovascular system. The cardiovascular system is made of the heart, blood vessels, and blood. Each serves as a vital role in the cardiovascular system and in the human body. As a result, smoking can damage the heart. The same chemicals in smoke that harm the lungs can also create a sticky substance that clogs arteries. Arteries transport oxygenated blood from the heart to the rest of the body. When arteries are clogged, they increase the chances of strokes, blood clots, heart attacks, all of which can kill you if untreated. While the effects on the heart and lungs are very severe, smoking impacts extends beyond those two systems and affects overall health. First, smoking is linked to various cancers, not just in the lungs or the heart, but also in the bladder, the pancreas, the esophagus, throat, and mouth. These chemicals in cigarette smoke can cause damage to DNA, hair loss, tumor growth. Not only is nicotine addictive, but it also can be very costly and affect your mental health and affect your appetite. Additionally, smoking can weaken your immune system and contribute to premature aging. Smoking weakens the immune system, making it harder for smokers to recover from illnesses and even making them more vulnerable to illnesses. It also leads to premature aging, the dullness of skin, yellowing of the teeth, and many dental hygiene issues. Left untreated, it can cause gum disease. For example, I've known many smokers, and most of them I've met have lost a lot of their teeth, and this is because that plaque builds up over and over again, because usually plaque comes when you're smoking or eating. You got to brush your teeth and that plaque will be gone. However, because you smoke so much without brushing, that plaque builds up where it eventually rots the teeth, causing your teeth to be more sensitive, causing rotting and eventually breaking of the teeth, and even worse, gum diseases. In summary, smoking has devastating impacts on the body. First, it severely damages the respiratory system, leading to chronic lung diseases. Additionally, it harms the cardiovascular system, increasing the risk of heart diseases, stroke. Lastly, smoking affects overall health, leading to cancers, weakened immune systems, and premature aging. Understanding these effects allows us to make informed decisions about nicotine and tobacco use and its long-term consequences. Awareness is key in protecting our health and our well-being for ourselves and for those around us. Thank you.